How you doing, everybody? Matthew back with you again. This is going to be my second go around this video. I have absolutely no idea what I said in the first one. I got entirely done with the video. Went to close it out. The computer blinked and it was all gone. Just boop, gone. And so yeah. So anyway, I apologize for taking so long to put the video up after the show. I know a lot of you probably seen the video of the show. You've probably seen the truck on the show table, but it's kind of hard to tell anything from that. So, but as promised, I was going to show a video of it. So I'll do that. But there's a lot of stuff come up between the show and now that just kind of held me up. So, but I'll go ahead and show it now. So here's the Ford. This will be the final video on the Ford, so you won't see it again until, maybe you'll see it in another show somewhere or something. But so this will be the final on the Ford, and you can see it has the bed cover on it. And it has the chrome snaps that go around it. You can hear them there. The bed cover came with very highly detailed and very prominent molded snaps all the way around. But I went in beside of each snap and drilled a very, very small hole so I would know where they all were, and then sanded all the snaps off all the way around. And then went back with ProTech. Get them out here. I had them in the last video. I put them away. Oh, shut up, dog. My pup. I don't know what she's barking at. Sand them all, or put them all away. But there's the little bolt heads I put all the way around the bed cover. On the bed cover. So I got that on. I put the bed cover on. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to use the bed cover or not, but this is the truck that I had to put through the brake fluid, and of course the bed was already put together. And after I put through the brake fluid, all the putty and stuff I used to fill the sink marks and stuff inside the bed, all that putty came out, and of course there was no way to get back in there to refill them. And Hunter had said that how I could fix it. He told me how I could fix it, and I could have. It was a great idea, and thank you, Hunter. I could have done that, but I knew I had the cover, and so I just went and put the cover on, glued it down so it is permanently there, and so it covers that, fine. So there was only 6 of these covers made. 3 for the short bed and 3 for the long bed, and Mobius made them. They are stamped on the bottom side with the Mobius logo, all that. I left that there. I do have all 6. I have the 3 short, the 3 long, and that's all was made. And this is I've already used one of the shorts, so that leaves me with a limited quantity of them left. But so this is what the truck's looking like. I'll get you down here and show you the motor here, and get that. Then we'll move down to the side. This is going opposite of what I done last time. So let me get you zoomed in here. Try and keep it zoomed as I go. Alright, let's see. The camera's pulling back up some, so we gotta adjust for that, and it's shaking, so we gotta stop that. Having a movable arm wants to shake on me. So I made I have the brake line in. It goes down to a block. I think you might be able to see it down there on the frame rail down inside. It goes down to the block. That wires off because it has a complete brake lines, complete fuel lines, and complete emergency brake lines underneath. Has homemade or scratch built, should I say homemade scratch built radiator and electric fans, which Diablo sent me from Diablo's workshop. Fuel lines are run. Springs for the return springs. All linkages. The throttle cable is in, run. The carburetors are all plumbed in from a block here. Carburetors ran. Now everybody says that the carburetor, they say is a 427 Sonic, something or another. And right after the show, Frank met me in Orlando at Monopalooza, and I had to wait around for him to show up after everybody left, and he just didn't want to answer a whole bunch of questions and stuff. So Frank showed up, me and my wife waited around for him, and had quite an extensive meet with him. And of course we went over the truck and talked about a bazillion other things. But this truck was designed, or this motor was designed to have this carburetor in the back. These valve covers are not from a Sonic, and everybody's calling it a Sonic, but it's still, these are not Sonic valve covers. And he was going to he couldn't remember exactly what they were or what they were for, but he knows this is the setup it was supposed to have, and he was going to go back and look through his archive of stuff. Of course, you know, he's since sold the company, but this is the setup it was supposed to have, and so I have no idea what the motor actually is. If it's a Sonic and we just have, because all these parts came on the same tree, and I have a tree laying here, well, it's buried, but it's laying behind me. So all this entire motor came on one tree. The valve covers are on a tree. The you know, all the motor, the intake, carburetors, all that is on one tree. So it did come this way. And that's the valve covers it came with. The intake is splined, so it only fits this motor in one direction, and this is the direction it's supposed to fit, with the distributor being in the back, and that was confirmed by Frank. So, I mean, I don't know what else it would be, and he couldn't remember it himself. Like I say, he was going to look and check and let me know. So that's all I know about that. So, and moving on, I have the ProTech breathers here. Molded, you know, cut the breathers off of this. Put the ProTechs on. I've done the battery in interstate colors. I wanted an interstate battery, and I don't know if I can zoom in on that better. But when I got the interstate battery done, I looked through all my archive of decals, and I could not find an interstate decal. The closest I come was Delco, and I didn't look to see what color Delco's batteries were. At that point, I just didn't really care, so I just threw a Delco decal on there, and it looks fine. And I just found a little like warning decal. You can't read it. I can't even tell what it says. So I threw it down on the battery just for a little extra detail. And I made the terminals myself. They're just scratch built. That's all I had on hand. I didn't have any other terminals, so I made those myself real fast. I threw another like warning, caution. I don't have a clue what that. It didn't come with a kit. It's just something I found in my archive of decals, so I put that on there. And so moving on, we'll show you the side of the truck here. Now maybe we can show you the interior while we're zoomed in here, maybe so close. Yeah, there's the interior. We got the carpet flocked, and it's like a copperish color. I don't really remember the color of it. But the interior's done. We got the glass over the decal, which is epoxy. That's another one of Hunter's tricks he showed. So I'd like to give him the credit for that, and thank you very much, Hunter. So there's the interior. I have the door locks on, but I put them on. Come on, camera. I put them on, and of course I've done that with the interior out of the truck. So they went on a little further back than I intended. And so you really have to look inside to see them. So let's move out here and we'll get a better view of the side of the truck here. Get zoomed in here a little bit so we can actually see the truck. And we'll get a spin around. And like I said in the last video, the hood is here, still wrapped up. It's just a red hood. I did take the Ford, had Ford lettering on the front, embossed on there. I just sanded that off. I didn't have a decal for it. And the decal sheet for this is one of the, it's like a promo kit. It didn't come in a box. It wasn't a bottom one, it was a promo kit. So it didn't come with all the decals. So I'm just using decals I could scrounge up, so I didn't have all the Ranger decals. The Ford decal in the back came from a set of decals I had left over. So that, and the decal for the license plate came from a who knows what. So since we're back at the back, we'll just start with the back since we're zoomed in. And so the license plate, I put on a piece of pop can to give me the right look and thickness so I could drop down below. And looking from the inner side, of course all you see is aluminum like you would see on a regular gas can. The Ford decal fits on her beautifully, looks great. The lights, for some reason, I put on there with the micro crystal clear, and it just left a little, I don't know, funny looking for some reason. But spinning around here is the stance we have. The tires and rims came out of just a batch of stuff I got that I have no idea what they're out of, but they looked really good on this. Gave it a great stance. Of course I lowered the whole truck. The back's been lowered, front's been lowered, so it gave it a great stance. The front, of course, has been, you can see those bumpers have been taken off all the way around. Where the bumpers come through the front has been filled. Now this little thing here is a piece of the frame. I didn't glue the cab on, so this little piece of frame will push back up, and we'll glue there. If I want to glue the chassis or the body to the chassis, it would push back up and be gone, but I just don't want to glue it there. And of course we're out of focus again. There we go. If I wanted to glue it there, but I didn't. And I couldn't decide whether to try to paint this black in here around the headlights or not, because the original is black, but I kind of liked it with the chrome, so I just left it that way. You can see the scratch built radiator through the front, and of course I had to cut all the firewall out in here, and the back of the grill, or the grill, I had to cut out some to depth, to get the depth in there for the radiator. So that's what's been done there. And of course the other side's done. Now the mirrors are not the mirrors from the truck, because the truck just has the big old truck mirrors, which I didn't like. And these are off of a, if you can imagine me having some, a 54 Hudson, and they fit right into the holes that was already in the truck. They just popped right in the holes. So the mirrors are off of the 54 Hudson, both of them, and they look perfect right on there. So that's where they're from. The locks or the handles and the cap are from the truck. And then the underside, I did notice after the show that there's some red missing here, and then of course on the adjacent side, which I did not notice until after, and that may be what kept me from the gold and knocked me into the silver. I don't know, but you know, that's, I gotta go back and take care of that. Of course, no other show, well, we'll see no other show will anybody see under, but have the stands that they could possibly see. So, but here's the emergency brake cables, and they Y into one, go up into the where the floorboard would be. The brake cables are rubber up in here and go into a hard line on both sides across the pumpkin and go up. I'll go up here. You can see them on the other side going. Yeah, there you can see them going all the way up. Then the fuel line goes. Shut up, Siri. The fuel line goes up into the back of the cab, just on the underside here, because the fuel line, you know, fuel tank's under the cab. And then it runs up through, goes to a filter up into the truck or up into the motor. So that's all done, and so that's about all there is, guys. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. It's been a long build. Glad it's done. Hope to get some more finished up. And like I said, this is the final on this, so you won't see it anymore unless you see it at a show. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with something else. So bye-bye for now.